It is season 2 of the Defiant Ones, and this is the third. He's part of the Three Timers Club. We need to give him like a green jacket, gold jacket, something like that. We did the pandemic one. We did one up here when you returned to Defy, and now you're back, man. So what are we talking about this time?
Oh, I think that's up to you. I didn't know I was supposed to come. I'm sorry. I would have been prepared. You should have given me the heads up. Sure.
Okay, so if Artie had a podcast... Oh, this is Artemis Spencer, by the way, obviously. It's the Defiant Ones, Washington Hall. If you had a podcast, what would it be about?
Probably stupid, ridiculous stuff. Probably a lot of wrestling, ska music. I don't know. Pop punk. Yeah.
Okay, so you're a ska guy. So what I recently noticed is Coachella, Sublime's back with Bradley Knowles' son. So they're not Sublime with Rome anymore. It's just Sublime.
What happened to Rome?
Well, they got Bradley Knowles' son, so now they can just call it Sublime. They don't have to call it Sublime with Rome. Oh, cool. So Sublime's there, No Doubt's back, and Aquabats are. So I'm thinking, is 2024 the ska revival? Are we going to get a fourth wave of ska?
I think as many waves as we can handle. You know, I hope it never ends. And like, I used to be kind of ashamed of it. Like, I'm like a closeted ska fan, but no, I love it more than ever.
Okay. Yeah. So who are your favorites? Like your Mount Rushmore of ska?
You know, if I can't stop listening to Less Than Jake right now. But,
which album? I like Hello Rockview.
Yeah, Hello Rockview's probably number one. Yeah, I think I listened to them all. Just put them on loop, shuffle them. You know, that's pretty good.
Less Than Jake. Who else?
Let's pull up my phone. Let's see what's happening. Less Than Jake. You know, I listen to a lot. Let's see here. Yeah, you guys can just fast forward the podcast if this is taking too long. Let's see here. I like a lot of old stuff. You ever listen to Bad Manners with a big fat guy?
No.
He always just sings about how fat he is, and it's just charming as all hell. What else is good? I should just play some right now.
Yeah, sound great.
Dance Hall Crashers. We talked about
DHC.
We talked about the Dance Hall Crashers on the last time we had this podcast. The Dance Hall Crashers are like the anthem of living in the van, me and the wife. We listen to it almost every time we go on a road trip.
So we got to talk about, let's pivot to this, van life, okay? So we need to talk about van life. So you guys live in the van, or do you guys have a home too?
No, we have a home. We have a home, yeah. But actually, I think we just yesterday we just signed up to buy a new van, a bigger van, a better van that we can stand up in.
Wow.
With a shower.
Wow.
Yeah. It's like big solar panels and batteries and just all the stuff that you see on YouTube.
This is like a straight up conversion van.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's beautiful. I can't wait to get it.
Do you think you could ever live like full time in a van?
I think I could absolutely, but I have a house, so I should probably live in that sometimes too. Okay. Yeah.
What kind of inspired the van life? You know, were you deep into the YouTube of it, or the YouTube videos of van life, or did you kind of just go on tour and realize you needed a van? Or
I think I always wanted a van ever since that SNL skit with Chris Farley. Yeah, when he was like living in a van down by the river. Yeah, ever since that, I've always wanted to live in a van. And then COVID happened, and I joked to the wife about like, let's just get a van and live it for a little bit. And she said yes, and I was double take. I was surprised, and then we went. And
she's the one, bro.
Yeah. We fit really well together. Yeah.
You know, Shaft lives in a bus, right?
Does he still? I thought he moved to like a proper house.
No, him and his girlfriend and their dogs and cat live in a converted school bus.
That's the life.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a cool guy, man. That's really awesome.
Do you think you could ever like drive out there to the south with your van? You guys could be neighbors, like van and bus, next door neighbors?
Yeah, we can park our doors next to each other and just jump from van to bus.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds like a party.
So what's the longest trip you've made in this van?
Oh. We went all the way to San Francisco and back and around, and we stop at all the wineries. That's what we do. Yeah. We go to this thing. We go to these wineries, and they let us like park the van. We crash there. We do wine tastings. Way too much. Drink way too much wine. Just fall asleep in the van. It's just the best time ever.
So now that, you're able to wrestle here in the United States, we covered that on the last podcast, and it's legal and it's good and it's all on the up and up. Have you taken full advantage of being able to travel here in the United States?
I'd like to take more advantage of it, but like injuries keep adding up. I went to Mexico for a few months to wrestle, and I really, really beat myself up. I was trying to train like I did when I was like 23, like for hours and hours a day, and I just like came back with a bad neck and my knee was all messed up. But like,
tell us about this trip to Mexico. Where'd you go and who'd you train with?
I was like right in the center of Mexico City and going to a bunch of gyms, like Bandito's gym, Big Lucha. I trained with like Skyda. I trained with a bunch of guys, and hurt my neck, lost feeling in my arm. Got my face stomped in the mat by Ricky Marvin. It was just a great time.
Wow, sounds like it.
See, he wants some of that, right? There was like a viral clip of somebody getting double stomped, just like the same way he did it to me, right? Just faced a mat, and I was bleeding all over the place. Yeah, but the fans threw some money into the ring, so that was fun.
Hey, there you go. That'll pay for the insurance, But you're Canadian, you don't have to worry about that.
Yeah, I got travels insurance. Yeah, hell yeah.
That's great. So, you are a trainer up at Lionsgate Dojo. How's things been going up at Lionsgate?
It's awesome. It's too busy. That's
a good problem to have.
Yeah, right. And we all work, all the trainers, we all have day jobs, right? So we can't like commit fully to it, right? So we have to be like really picky on who we let in, and like we shouldn't advertise, right? Because then we get all these emails, right? But it's like there's always a waiting list for people that want to get in the school, right? But it's like it's a good problem to have.
Who have been some of the wrestlers here in DEFY that have kind of, graduated from the program or have, trained with you and are now in DEFY? Who would we know?
Oh, pretty much anybody. Like any of those Canadians. We're all just a big posse, and I'm so proud of all of them. They've all worked too hard. I hear some of their music right now.
Nice.
As they're
Judas Icarus.
Yeah, Judy Icky. Yeah, the whole Sovereign, Sinner and Saint.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So I know, obviously you and Nicole, and who's the third trainer there? Is it Tony Baroni?
Tony Baroni and Billy Swade.
So tell me about them and your partnerships with them, because I don't know those two wrestlers.
Well, actually, Billy Swade was my tag team partner, like in my second or third matches here in DEFY.
Awesome.
Yeah. And I think he stepped back a little bit to kind of concentrate on training and real life, right? Where Tony Baroni is my best friend, and he was my best man at my wedding. I was the best man at his wedding, right? So that's how close we are, and he's just an incredible wrestler. It's a great training team. It seems like everybody has something special to give back to those students.
Awesome. What when you were down in Mexico, how long did you spend down there?
Just over a month. Yeah, trying to train every day, sometimes two, once or twice, three times. But I'm paying for it though.
Where would you go next if you could, if you could take a bunch of time off of because you have a day job? Where would you train next if you had endless amount of time off?
I do want to go back to Mexico City, but there's like pros and cons. Like I got held up by the police, the federales. I got held up for money while I was there, and that was a scary experience.
For how much?
I think I'm not a very smart man. Right? And they pay you in pesos, right? So you have a lot of bills. And then these guys stopped the bus at this checkpoint, and they're asking me for my ID. And I'm a genius who just opens my wallet, and you see all these pesos that the fans were like throwing in the ring. So I have a bunch of these bills, and they're like falling out of my wallet, right? And I open it up to show them my ID, and they just like start licking their lips. They see all these pesos falling out of my wallet, and they're held like they were asking me all these questions in Spanish, and I'm like really trying to intimidate me into just like handing them over some money. Yeah.
And you did?
No, I did not. I woke up my luchador buddy who could speak a little bit of English, and he said some magic words in Spanish, and they just shook my hand and went away.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you, friend.
I'm grateful for him. Yeah. It was a scary experience.
Who are some, lucha wrestlers that we should know about? Some people that really have inspired you? Maybe that aren't as, mainstream as the, that we might not know.
Well, I don't know. Big inspiration to me is like OG Mystico. I know we didn't do too great as Sin Cara, sure, right? But OG Mystico, right? It's just like big inspiration to me. He's not, everybody knows who Mystico is, but Ricky Marvin is an incredible trainer, right? And of all the people I trained with, he was very, very strict, and he made sure you got things right, and just a ball to be around. Really charming and charismatic guy. Yeah, so go train with Ricky Marvin.
Okay. No.
He might stomp your face in the mat.
Yeah, that sounds terrible. Before we started chatting on screen, you mentioned that you had trained at Chikara for a little while. Yeah. What can you name all the different places that you've trained?
Probably not.
Can you try?
I trained at the Ring of Honor School for a little bit, right? I trained in Australia for a little bit with like the PWA crew, right? And did Chikara, which was a great experience, right? Had to roll around with like a Fire Ant a little bit, and I don't know if you know who that is now.
Yeah, Orange Crush, Orange Cassidy.
Yeah, you know your stuff. Yeah. Who else? Oh, like Mike Seidel was there too when I was there. Yeah, he was really cool. Yeah. I don't know. No, nowhere crazy. I think I hit all the big ones.
Okay, fair enough. So tonight you wrestled Eddie Kingston. You guys have had this kind of battle of words for a long time. What started that?
I think he just tweeted something, right? And that surprised me, right? Because I just met him at a show, and all of a sudden he tweeted that, and then people started going crazy for it, right? And they want that match, right? And I'm like, oh, that'd be killer. Let's do it. And it just never seemed like it was going to happen, right? Yeah. But I like injuries, like not him, me. I know I'm talking about everything where I hurt myself, right? And he's got injuries, or people just get sick, or life gets in the way, or he's got big contract wrestling to deal with and stuff like that. And I'm like, I'm surprised it finally came around and happened. You know?
When you were a kid, were you into collecting wrestling figures?
No, I wasn't. I tried to be cool. I tried to be cool like you, right? And like...
Yeah, cool like me with the wrestling figures. Yeah, cool.
I think you're cool. I was always kind of like jealous of people that like collected all these things, and I try and I buy one or two, and I'm like, oh, this guy collects comic books. That's cool. I buy one or two and I lose interest, right? And then like my buddy Tony, he's got a whole room full of action figures, right? And he has like he fantasy books them and like has angles for them. And
Tony Baroni?
Oh yeah, Tony Baroni. He's got a whole room full of action figures, right? And I think he's got a special place in the heart for people that he's met and wrestled, right? He always gets those action figures, right? But he fantasy books them, and then they change their titles all around and stuff like that. They jump ship to different promotions, and every time he tells me about it, I'm just enthralled.
It's his little world.
Oh yeah, I want in there. I want in his little world.
Every time I see you, you're wearing a different T-shirt. How many T-shirts do you have in your collection?
Not too many.
Really?
No. Not like you. Yeah. That's your thing.
It's not about me.
I don't know. We should do it about you. We should interview you.
I'm currently trying to go through and see how long I can go without repeating a T-shirt. I'm on day 326 right now. So it's pretty ridiculous. Yeah, I'm trying to go a whole year.
You're almost there.
It's
doable, right?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And then I'm gonna sell a bunch of them.
So many black shirts. And
a lot of black band shirts and wrestling shirts. But yeah. So, first wrestling T-shirt you ever got when you were a kid?
I think it was a Chris Jericho one. Maybe the Y2J one. Right. I think it might have been that one. Yeah. But again, not a big collector. Okay. You know, I was jealous of all the people running around on the playground with all their cool wrestling shirts. Remember the Godfather shirt?
Yeah. What did it have? Some hose on the back, or?
It said "Roll of Fatty for this big daddy."
Roll of fatty for this pimp
that?
daddy.
Yeah, maybe that was it. Yeah. But then kids are running around in the schoolyard with "Roll of Fatty" on it.
There was the APA one that said "Always pounding ass."
That's a classic. I think that's a lot of money if you try to buy it on eBay or something, right? Everybody wants that "Always pounding ass" shirt.
There was the China one that said like "Vagina."
Really?
Yeah.
Did you ever see the Sin Cara one where it looked like he had a little wiener?
No.
This guy did.
I know the AJ Styles cum shirt. Do you know the AJ Styles cum shirt?
Yes, of course I know the AJ Styles cum shirt. Yeah. Yeah, we should, pull your phone. Let's get it on eBay and see how much these cost right now.
I'm good. I don't need the AJ Styles
you need more T-shirts.
This is ridiculous. Man, so what's up? What's next for you, man? What's next for you, Artemis Spencer, in 2024?
You know, I'm trying to just keep up with the kids. I'm really trying to like heal my knee, heal my neck, right? Trying to I feel like such an old man. I'm just chasing injuries around on my whole body.
Sure.
Right? But I'm just trying to keep up with the kids. Everybody's so fucking talented nowadays. Right? And then I was like, oh, I got to match against this person. It's like, I got to stretch. Right? I got to get my cardio up. People used to try to keep up with me. It's not that way anymore.
If you could choose to be in any ska band, this is the last question. If you could choose to go on tour with any ska band, what ska band would you choose to be on tour with?
Okay, back to the phone. Let's see here. They're all so fun. Ever hear the Slackers?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite band of all time, the Slackers. Yeah, let's go with the Slackers.
Slackers? So you're a ska guy. Are you a swing guy? Do you like swing?
Oh, no, I'm not a swing guy. I mean, I'll dance, right? I'll swing dance with you if you're into it. But no, it's all skanking for me.
Skanking?
Actually, delete all that. I don't want the world to know I'm a big ska head. Can you do that?
No, man. We got to keep this, dude. We got to keep this. All right. Pick a scar on your body. Show us the scar and tell us the story of how you got it.
I did that last time, and I showed you guys my gross foot.
Yeah, let's see something that's not your foot. We don't. This isn't a Quentin Tarantino movie, bro.
I don't know. A gross scar. I'm trying to think. No, I think the foot one is the only big scar.
Okay.
Yeah.
You got any tattoos?
No tattoos. Nothing fun. Nothing interesting.
You got any cavities? Can we see one of your I'm just kidding. Dude, all right, man. This has been a really weird, off-the-cuff interview. This has been a fun one, though, dude. Where can people follow you online?
Mostly at Artie Spence, right? So not Artemis Spencer, at Artie Spence on Twitter, Instagram. Yeah, just search that.
All right, here's my last question for you.
Okay.
If people were to go onto your YouTube, what would they find that you're watching on YouTube? What kind of stuff do you watch on YouTube?
You know what I can't help but stop watching is like nostalgic like video game content. Like if somebody's like speed running Super Mario World or something like that, it's just like I can't not look away. It's not that funny. I know it's embarrassing. I'm just a
listen to ska while you do it?
I might as well, right? Yeah, I'm a big nerd, producer guy. Don't laugh at me.
Artemis Spencer. Always a fun interview. Thanks, man.
Thank you.
Right back to